Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to the match preview for the North London derby. Tottenham against Arsenal. It's finally here. We've had to wait quite a while to finally visit their new, can you really call it a stadium? Well, that new ground or thing that they built, we are finally going to visit there. We've waited a long time to finally go there and get our first W at their new ground. And yeah, we are here now. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the recent history between the two clubs. Mostly I'm going to be focusing on the visits to Wembley and to White Hart Lane the past 5-6 years, and also going to be taking a look at the history before that, a bit of that. And also I'm going to be taking a look at the earlier fixture this season in detail, plus the lineup we fielded on that day. And also at the end, I'm going to be making my prediction and taking a look at what lineup I would start for this particular game. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. As all the Gunners know all around the world, we have a better record than Spurs. We always beat them. We always finish ahead of them at least 90% of the time. But quite surprisingly, we actually don't have a good recent record at White Hart Lane. For the last 2 seasons, they played their home games at Wembley, and we also didn't have good days there. We've always struggle at White Hart Lane, to be fair. The record for us, the all-time record, we've beaten them 82 times. We've drawn 53 times and we've lost 64 times. Kane has scored 10 of Tottenham's last 14 goals against Arsenal. This is a man we should watch out for. He's now starting to remind me of Vardy, Drogba, Rooney, Darren Bent, Fowler, those players that always scored against Arsenal, and he's just starting his career, so it's not good news. The last 10 meetings at White Hart Lane and Wembley, Arsenal have won only once. We've only beaten them once in the last 10 away games against them. We've drawn 3 and they've beaten us 6 times. So that is not a good record. You can even extend that from the last 20 visits away to Tottenham from 1999 to 2019. Tottenham have won 7, Arsenal have won only 3, and the draws are 10. So it's not a good record, but we all remember the best of the wins. The one time that we went to Tottenham and won the league at their ground. In fact, I'm not the best person to tell you this. Let the Don tell you about this.
He basically just said, "Bun that. I'm just going to celebrate however I want to celebrate."
Glenn Cartley there reminding you, won the league at White Hart Lane. Fire!
Just imagine your rival winning the title at your ground. Can never be us. So yeah, that is the best moment we had at White Hart Lane recently. We haven't had good days over there, but that was a good memory. We've also played them in the League Cup recently 4 times. We've won twice, drawn once, and lost once at White Hart Lane. Let me now get into the fixture earlier this season, where we drew 2-2. That was back in September, 1st September. They actually had a 2-0 lead. Eriksen scoring and Kane scoring a penalty. As usual, he scores a lot of penalties in this fixture. Lacazette got one back for us just before halftime, a good time to score. And Aubameyang equalized in the 71st minute. Another good time to get equalizer. Would probably have gone to win this game. Had a couple of chances, but Guendouzi was awesome in this match. This is one match that he actually helped us get a point from. If it was not for him, we wouldn't have gotten this point. His assist for Aubameyang. You had 26 shots on that day. They only had 13. 8 on target for us, 9 on target for them. 55% possession for us, 11 corners, 6 corners for them. 3 yellow cards for us, 5 yellow cards for them. That is obvious. We always get a lot of yellow cards in this fixture, both teams. Xhaka fouled Son, and Kane scored his 10th goal in 11 derby games in that fixture. Kane struck the inside of the post, and Socrates had a goal disallowed for offside also in that game. But we showed fight and character. For the lineup that day, let me put it on screen right now. We had Leno, Niles, Socrates, Luis, Kolasinac, Torreira, Xhaka, Guendouzi in the middle, Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang up front. It was actually a good lineup, strong in midfield and up front. We had the quality. Mkhitaryan and Ceballos came on. I think this was Mkhitaryan's last game because it was 1st September and then he left afterwards. Ozil was on the bench and used sub. That is a common theme. The last 2-3 seasons, he was never used again. For Tottenham, they had Lloris, Rose, another person who left immediately. They had Sanchez, Vertonghen, Alderweireld actually at right back. I wish they could play him there again. Wings, Sissoko, Lamela, Eriksen, Son, and Kane. Dele Alli came on, Lo Celso came on, Son was taken off, Lamela was taken off, Torreira was taken off, Lacazette was taken off, Socrates was booked, Xhaka was booked, Sanchez was booked, Rose was booked, Eriksen, Lamela, all of them got into the referee's book. So some stats from that game. Tottenham dropped after that game. Tottenham had dropped 42 points from winning positions in the Premier League against Arsenal, 11 more than against any other side in the competition. They had dropped 42 points from winning positions in the Premier League history against Arsenal. Xhaka had given away 5 penalties after this game. That is something that he needs to watch out for this game. That is the 2018, 2019, 2020 season, earlier this season. Let me go back to the 2018, 2019 season, March of last year. We drew 1-1 at Wembley. Ramsey scored that magnificent goal where he ran past her. He was like one-on-one with the keeper. Kane equalized for them through a penalty in the 74th minute. As usual, another penalty. And I don't even think it was supposed to stand because he was clearly offside during VR. We can't even say during VR because still they would have given that goal because VR has been awful either way. 11 shots for them, 9 shots for us, 3 on target for them, 4 on target for us, 61% for them, 39% for us. Possession, 3 yellow cards and 2 yellow cards for us. As I've said, Kane was offside before conceding the penalty. And for Aubameyang actually missed a last-minute penalty in this game. But again, we should have been asked to retake that penalty because the guy who cleared the rebound, Alderweireld, he was inside the box when the penalty was being taken and he's not supposed to be in that position. And Torreira got a red card later on in the 95th minute for a foul on Danny Rose. Some stats from that game. Tottenham had a run of 28 games without a draw. We ended their run of 28 games without a draw in that game. Meetings between Spurs and Arsenal in the Premier League saw both teams scored 36 occasions in 36 on 36 occasions. Meetings between Spurs and Arsenal in the Premier League have seen both teams score on 36 occasions. Now 37 because I had not counted the one for this season. So 37 times in Premier League history, both teams have scored in the fixture. So there are always goals in this fixture. No fixture in the Premier League history has seen more goals from penalties than meetings between those two teams. 19 in total. 19 penalties have been scored in this fixture, the most in Premier League history. Back also last season we played them in the League Cup. They beat us 2-0 just a couple of weeks after beating them 4-2. I'll get into that game. Son and Dele Alli scored, but they went on to lose the penalties to Chelsea in the next round. So Spursy. Spurs' second ever win at the Emirates Stadium, joint most fixture in the EFL Cup that has been played most times, 14 times. And Gazaniga was the man of the match for them on that day. Now let me get into the earlier fixture last season at the Emirates Stadium. So one of the best derbies in recent memory. We beat them 4-2 at the Emirates. Aubameyang scored the goal for us, penalty early on. Dyer equalized for them, and then Kane scored another penalty for them again. Lacazette scored for us. Vertonghen was red carded in that game. Aubameyang scored 2 goals, and Torreira scored that magnificent late goal in the 77th minute. In the 2017-2018 season, they beat us yet again. At Wembley 1-0, Kane scoring in the 49th minute. First time they kept back-to-back home clean sheets against Arsenal since 1975. The first game of that run was in 2016-2017 when they beat us 2-0. The final game at White Hart Lane between the two teams, the old White Hart Lane. Dele Alli scoring again and Kane scoring from yet another penalty again. That is already 4 penalties that have not even gone back a while. So Wanyama overshadowed Shaq on that day. Kane overtook Bale's 5 goals in a derby at that time. Of course, he has reached 10 now. Longest winless run against Spurs for us. we went 6 games without beating Spurs. Between I think 2015 and 2018 we'd never beat Spurs, so that wasn't a good record. The last time we won at White Hart Lane was in the League Cup in 2015, Flamini scoring twice, and the last time we beat them in the Premier League at White Hart Lane was back in 2014 when Rosicky scored that brilliant goal. Our biggest ever victory at White Hart Lane was back in 1935 when we beat them 6-0. So that is the recent history between the two teams. A lot of history, a lot of fights, a lot of red cards, penalties, and yeah, good matchups. And this is one fixture that every team wants to win, and I really hope we get the victory. And how can we do this? Let me now show you guys what my lineup would be for this game. So as you all know, we were quite unlucky in the Leicester game. We should have easily picked up 3 points that day. So there was really no one to fault for that loss apart from Nketiah's red card. So I'd stick with the same back five, same formation. In goal, Martinez, he has been awesome since Leno's injury. So for the back five, I'd stick with Bellerin. I don't know where Cedric was for that game, but I'd stick with Bellerin because he was good in that game. Back three of Mustafi, Luiz, and Kolasinac again. Arteta seems to prefer left-footed central defender on the left side, and then Tierney as a left wing back. In the middle, Shaq and Ceballos, and then up front is where I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring in Pepe. He has now not started 2 or 3 games. He's fresh. He's happy to have a new baby now. Put him in this game. We need pace up front. Saka and Aubameyang, the 3 of them. On the bench, you can have Messi, Cedric, Socrates, Niles, Holding, Willock, Lacazette, Nelson, Torreira, all of them. Let me run through it again. Martinez, Mustafi, Luiz, Kolasinac, Tierney, Bellerin, Ceballos, Xhaka, Pepe, Saka, and Aubameyang. Bellerin is very important in this game because Son will be running on that wing. Mustafi and Luiz need to be careful with Kane, no giving away penalties again. Needs to watch him for that game. Son actually was rested for the Bournemouth game. He came on in the second half. Obviously, they drew that game, so they aren't in top of form. They're not in good form right now, so we definitely need to win this game. Tierney has been our best player for like man of the match for the last since lockdown. I think he has been man of the match twice, and close to being man of the match once. I think Luis got the man of the match for me on that day. I don't remember the specific game, but yeah, that would be my lineup. Of course, you could start Torreira because he's had good derbies before, but he also got sent off last season. You could start Lacazette. He's also shined for us in this derby before, but again, last season missed a couple of chances. Saka's been awesome as to start. How I wish Martinelli would have been available, but yeah. If we start with this lineup, Tottenham have not been on good form. My prediction for the game would be Tottenham 2, Arsenal 3. I'd go for a 3-2 win for us. The defense isn't quite solid. They keep switching between Vertonghen, Dyer, Sanchez, Alderweireld, and Dyer is now suspended. So that is my prediction. Let me know in the comment section what your prediction is. Who you think will score for us? Do you think we'll concede? Do you think they'll get another penalty again? I'll have a quiz coming up related to this fixture, so I'll link it up in the description probably after a few hours, and also have another special video for this particular derby. And yeah, a big derby, a big match. They're only 1 point behind us, I think, so we need these 3 points. We'll need to get 6th position. So yeah, let me know all that in the comment section. Thanks for watching again. Keep staying safe, and I'll talk to you later.